Are you looking to purchase your first rental property? Are you excited about possibly receiving some cash flow on a monthly basis? Well, today I'm going to dive deep into showing you how I bought my first rental property, how I analyze deals, and how I advise others to go about making their first purchase. I'm Alex Kaufman, partner here at Type Key Real Estate in Austin, Texas. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video with anyone you think would find it beneficial, because we're putting out content every day. I own a handful of rentals, and I know that the first one is the hardest to take down, but today I'm going to show you how you can go about taking down your first rental property. Step one is to know your market. It's very important for you to know what the rental market is looking like, where you're interested in investing. Here in Austin, Texas, it's fairly hard to find cash flow on rental property due to the fact that values are so high and rent rates are kind of low compared to the value of the property. So a lot of people here in Austin, Texas have a hard time finding a cash flow on rental property. Therefore, you may want to analyze your market. Maybe you're in another state, another city, and you can find 1%, 2% cash flow on rental properties. Maybe you are here in Austin, Texas, and you need to look elsewhere to buy your first cash flow on rental. All right, so also what you want to do is you want to figure out what the end goal is. For myself, I do not purchase a property unless I'm walking into about $40,000 to $50,000 in equity, and that's including repairs. I like to buy the property at a lower price, and if I have to put money into the property to get it rent ready, I want to make sure that I still have about $40,000 to $50,000 in equity as a cushion. There's a few things you want to consider when looking for a cash flow and rental property. It's not as simple as just buying a property, having a mortgage, paying your taxes, getting a renter in there, and these numbers are going to stay the same all throughout the length of this tenant, right? So you have operating expenses, you're gonna have repairs. If you're hiring a property manager, you're gonna have a property management fee. There's other expenses and different operating expenses that you need to consider when figuring out if this property is going to cash flow for you. Another very valuable point is to make sure that you can get a good tenant in there. A few of our properties right now, especially during COVID, we have a couple tenants that aren't paying rent, or maybe they had the ability to pay rent. Most important is finding a good deal. So when buying your first rental property, I probably looked at about 100, 200, 300 different properties before pulling the trigger on one. Even to this day, with owning multiple rental properties, we don't just go out and buy everything that we see. I'm looking for something very specific, and I'm looking to walk into equity on the front end. Also, I want to make sure that there's good management in place. I personally don't manage any of my rental properties, and I pay a property manager to do this. There are a lot of owners that like to manage their own properties, and it saves them on management fees and saves them on this and that. However, it's not worth my time, and I much rather pay somebody to do a great job and handle everything for me in terms of managing the property. You want to have a good loan. You want to have a relationship with a lender before buying this property. See what all your options are. I personally have taken every single one of my rental properties down with hard money first, and then did a cash out refi later. So that may not be the route for you, but explore some financing options and see what your options are. If you can get in for a lower down payment, a lower interest rate, whatever it may be, see what best fits the numbers and what you're trying to achieve with this. Ultimately, there are thousands of ways to go about buying your first rental property, and it depends on your situation and what you're trying to get out of it, what your goals are. However, I know that the hardest part is actually pulling the trigger on that first deal. So I know you have the confidence, you're watching our channel, you have the knowledge. If you'd like to learn more, watch some more of our videos. However, don't be afraid to pull the trigger and to take down a deal just because you've never done it before. Seek advice from those around you, find a mentor, find somebody who can help walk you through this process, and don't be afraid to take it. It is one of the best decisions that I've ever made. It has catapulted me on a journey that I wasn't on before. Again, I'm Alex Kaufman with Type Key Real Estate. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.